Oh, Sam, are you there? I have some really, really big news to share with you.
Good morning, Tanya. I'm glad you seem to be in such a good mood this morning. So what's this big news that you want to tell me?
Well, my big news for you is that I want to call off our engagement.
Wait, what? Are you serious?
That's right. I can't marry you anymore, I'm afraid.
Hold on, is this some kind of joke or something? What do you mean by that?
I mean, I can't marry you anymore. But don't worry, I have a very good reason for all of this, so it's okay. Anyways, goodbye, Sam, and thanks for everything.
Hold on a second. You can't just tell me that you have a reason for why you don't want to marry me anymore and then just go away.
Are you sure you want to know? The reason I didn't want to say anything was because I knew it would hurt your feelings. But if you really want to know, then I can tell you.
You wanted to spare my feelings by breaking up with me and then running away.
Well, the truth is that there's someone else. And I'm pregnant with their baby right now.
So basically you're leaving me because you're having an affair.
No, it isn't anything like that. This other guy isn't just some random hookup or something. I really love him. Please, you have to understand where I'm coming from with this.
Please tell me that it's April Fool's Day and all of the calendars on all of my devices are just months off.
I know that you might not get it, but it's all new for me too. I mean, it's not like I got pregnant on purpose, but now that I am, I know that I have to marry this man. So please, if you could at least understand that, then maybe we can part ways on good terms.
Good terms? Is that a joke? You tell me that you're cheating on me and that you're pregnant with a child that's not mine, and you want to leave things on good terms. I certainly hope that you didn't think things were just going to end here.
What do you mean? Can't we just part ways and call it that?
Of course not. Our wedding is supposed to be in 2 weeks and you drop this bombshell on me. We need to have some kind of meeting about this. We need to talk with your parents and my parents and whoever this baby daddy of yours is as well.
What does he have to do with any of this? Surely we don't need to involve him.
What do you mean, what does he have to do with this? He's at the center of the whole thing. Of course we're going to involve him.
But I haven't even told anyone else that I'm pregnant yet.
Well, you were going to soon, weren't you?
Maybe? I don't know, okay? There's a lot going on here.
I can't believe this. Well, who is this guy? Can you at least tell me that?
I'm sorry, but I really can't. I don't want him to get bothered by any of this.
We are way past that point now. You are literally pregnant. You don't want to bother him, but you'll go and do something like this to me.
Look, I just can't tell you who he is, okay? You're not going to change my mind, and if you're going to be a jerk, then I'm just going to leave.
How am I the bad guy here? You've got to be kidding me.
Yo, Sam, long time no talk. How have you been, man? Actually, I'm messaging you because I wanted to ask you something.
Oh, wow. Nick. How's it going, man? I think the last time that I saw you was at the class reunion that we had last year.
I know, man, super crazy. But anyways, I guess I'll just cut to what I wanted to ask you. Do you happen to know a girl named Tanya? I think she might be your fiancée, is that right?
Well, the thing about that is that we actually called off our engagement yesterday after a fight.
So, you two aren't engaged anymore then?
That's right. We talked yesterday morning, and ever since then I haven't heard at all from her. I tried calling her parents and asking for a little help, but they didn't know where she was either. So I haven't spoken to her since we broke up.
Oh, I see. Wow, that's a lot, man.
Don't tell me that you know where she is right now and that's why you're reaching out.
I don't know where she is right now, no. But earlier today, she was ringing my doorbell nonstop.
Wait, why? I don't understand.
I think that she might have me confused with someone else, actually.
Oh, really? She thinks that you're someone else?
Yeah, I think that she has some old friend who happens to have the same first and last name as me, and I guess we must have some other similarities. I think I know the guy she's talking about since we all went to the same school together. But he moved away when we were just in 3rd grade. And I haven't heard from him since. But then about 3 months ago, I was at a bar and Tanya comes up to me talking about how long it's been. She kind of just talked to me and didn't give me a chance to say anything, but it didn't take long for me to figure out that she had me confused for someone else.
So I guess you must look like this guy, or at least how Tanya thinks that this guy must look.
It's gotta be something like that, yeah.
So then you and Tanya got to talking a little bit.
Yeah, we talked about, but she was really, really drunk, and I don't think she got that I wasn't the guy she thought I was. I actually had to get back home to my wife right around then, so after Tanya passed out at the bar, I snuck out and left. I hadn't seen or heard from Tanya since then.
Until the other day when she shows up ringing your doorbell, right?
Exactly, and not just that, but she was saying something about how she was pregnant with my kid.
Did she really say that to you? That's actually very interesting.
It was crazy. I didn't think anything of it, really. After all, I know that I've already talked to you about my, slow swimmers and how I can't have children, so I knew that she couldn't have been telling the truth. And anyways, I just wanted to let you know that this happened before you heard it from anyone else.
I see. This really clears up a bunch of things, but also just raises more questions.
I really hope that you can believe me, man.
Of course I do. I mean, I know that you wouldn't do anything like that to me.
I'm really glad to hear that. I was worried that you would hear about this before I had a chance to explain what really happened.
For sure, I completely understand. Thanks again for the tip. Do you think that if I staked out your place that I might see Tanya show up there again at some point?
She seemed pretty adamant about trying to talk to me when she showed up outside the first time. I have no idea when she might show up next, but just looking through my door cam, she's already showed up multiple times this week.
Got it. This is all really good to know. I'll talk to her parents and we'll figure something out. I'm sorry that you got sucked into this, but I appreciate you coming to me about it.
For sure, man. If I can ask one thing, that you get her out of my hair first.
Of course, man.
Hey, Sam, are you there? Tanya just showed up to my place and she's ringing my doorbell right now.
I know. I'm parked across the street, watching her right now.
You think it's fine if I just keep pretending that no one is home? I don't want to answer the door!
Of course. It would be better that way, actually. But don't answer that door whatever you do. Tanya's parents are on their way to get her right now. I just hope she waits there until then.
Got it. Alright, I'm counting on you, man.
Sam, what is the matter with you? How could you go and tell on me to my parents, huh? And why did you tear me away from Nick? How could you do this to me? I love him. He's the love of my life, and you can't keep us apart forever.
The love of your life. Are you kidding me right now? First of all, the Nick that lives in that apartment is married.
Wait, what do you mean?
I mean that the Nick whose apartment you showed up to is not your old childhood friend, Nick.
But I don't get it.
I looked into just what was going on here, and I discovered that old high school yearbook that I thought I had lost in your room. It had the names of all the students, and Nick was in there as well. I also found the New Year's card that you sent me that had his address on it. Did you really steal that from me?
Why were you going through my stuff?
I didn't go through it, actually. It was your parents that did. When I told them that you were breaking off our engagement, they agreed to do some digging around to help me understand why. And worst of all, they found the photos that you had taped together of you and Nick. It's like something out of a stalker movie or something like that.
You mean that they even found that?
They did. That wasn't all that they shared with me. They told me that you never had any old friend named Nick. So basically you pretended like you had a friend with the same name, acted like you were at the bar that Nick was by chance, and were going to try and get him drunk and seduce him. Not only that, but now you're showing up outside his house trying to convince him that you're pregnant with his kid.
Well, I guess since the cat is out of the bag, there's really no point in trying to keep this a secret anymore. It's just as you say, Sam. But so what? The fact of the matter is that Nick and I did go home together and we did have sex, and I am pregnant with his kid.
I'm sorry to say, but the father of your child is not Nick.
What do you mean? What makes you say that?
Well, I went to the bar that you found Nick at and asked the bartender that day if he remembered you. He said that some other guy took Nick's seat as soon as he left for the night. And that's when you woke up. You just started talking to him as if nothing had happened. Before long, the two of you were walking out of the bar together.
What are you talking about? That can't be right.
It is. And whoever this mystery guy was, he's the real father of your child.
But No! No!
Nick needed to go home early that night and waited for you to get so drunk that you passed out of the bar before he could leave. He spent the night on his own. Him and even his wife can confirm his alibi.
You mean he spent the night with his wife?
That's right. And meanwhile, you drunkenly went home with some guy who you thought was Nick.
I don't know what to say. This is all so much to take in.
You even have pictures of it, you know, on your phone.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that one. Your phone. You have photos taken from that night in what I can only assume is some motel or something. You can't see the man's face, but just by looking at the body, it's clear that he's not Nick at all.
Well then who did I sleep with that night?
Why are you asking me that? I mean, why do you think that I would know who the random guy that picked you up at a bar was? Don't ask me.
So it really was just some random guy?
That's right. So quit bothering Nick with all of this nonsense. We know all about your plan to try and honeypot Nick into getting you pregnant. But the fact is that he's married and he was never going to betray his wife.
No! This can't be happening! I've been visiting his house every day!
Oh, I know. Always screaming about how the two of you are going to get married when you have the kid.
I haven't seen a woman come in or out of that place ever!
That's because she's been away on a business trip for a while now.
Are you kidding me right now?
Nope. I've met his wife and can show you all the proof you need, if you want.
I don't want to see any of this! This can't be happening to me!
Well, that's basically all that I had to say to you.
What do you mean? That's it?
That's right. If you need to say anything else, you have to go through a lawyer.
A lawyer? What do you mean by that? We don't need to involve lawyers in any of this, right?
What do you mean? You broke off our engagement because you cheated on me. I can sue you for that.
But it wasn't...
Yep, you read that right. And I am going to make sure that I get every penny that I had put into our wedding plan back from you.
You can't really expect me to pay for all of that, can you?
I'm well within my right to. Thank you very much.
But I didn't even sleep with Nick, and I was just lying about being pregnant too. Can't we just pretend like none of this ever happened?
The fact of the matter is that you still cheated on me.
But I didn't even sleep with the right guy! This isn't fair!
I don't care who you slept with, it doesn't change the fact that you did it.
But I only ever did it once.
And that's all it takes in the eyes of the law for me to punish you for it.
Please, no! You can't do this to me! You have to take me back! I'm begging you! Sam, please! You can't do this to me!
Tanya wouldn't stop messaging me after that, so I asked her parents if they wouldn't mind taking her phone away from her. In the meantime, I talked with a lawyer, and soon the legal proceedings were underway. Through it all, I made Tanya pay for emotional damages, the money we had put into wedding plans, and their cancellation fees as well. In the end, she owed me some $60,000. She had no choice but to start taking on as many jobs as she could handle to try and pay down her debt. Meanwhile, I packed my bags and moved back to live with my parents for a little bit and reset. As for Nick, his wife finally came back and was shocked to learn about the whole affair. When Tanya finally got her phone back from her parents, they had deleted my contact information, and it was like I had vanished without a trace as far as Tanya was concerned. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Hey Lisa, you got a little time? Oh, hello Mary. Sorry. I am actually at work now. Not really supposed to be using my phone. I'll send you a line later on during my break. Oh yeah? Even if it's about your husband, George? Huh? George? What's George got to do with you? If you don't hear me out now, you may regret it later on. What are you talking about? I'll be straight with you, Lisa. George and I are getting married. There, I said it. Wait, what? What are you even saying? Is this a joke? George is my husband. He can't marry you. That makes no sense. Yeah, but once you divorce him, it starts to make perfect sense. It's not as simple as that. Just hold on a second. I'm going to take the afternoon off and confirm this with George. Oh yeah? Can you even confirm it? Yeah, he's at home today, working remotely. Once I get home, we'll clear the whole thing up. It's all a big mistake. Or some sort of prank you're pulling. Yeah, but maybe it would be better for you if you didn't do that. Why do you say that? I don't know how to tell you this, but I'm at your place. Or should I say bed now with George? Not sure you want to witness that. Excuse me? Kinda naughty, don't you think? Making love with my younger sister's husband in their own bed. I can't get enough of it. This guilty pleasure. It's intoxicating. I just got a line message from George. So, it's all true, huh? This is not a joke. Just as I said, right? He even said I'm way more attractive than you. True that. He says he prefers older women. Who would have thought, huh? So, it's decided. George is mine. End of story. That means you have no reason to come home. You're not wanted here. What about you? As I recall, you're married too. That's all taken care of. I was worried I wouldn't be able to pay him off, but good old George saved the day and settled that no problem. The divorce went through without issues just this morning. Good riddance to that guy. George paid it off. Huh. I'm surprised. When you got money, you got money. George is loaded. Do as you like, Mary. Hope you don't have any regrets. Oh yeah? I'm surprised you gave up so easily. I was expecting a bigger fight. I'll send the divorce papers over to Mom and Dad's place. Sign it and submit it at City Hall as soon as you can. You got that? Hey Lisa, what's up? Has it already been 6 months? Time flies. Is that you, sis? What the hell do you want? You got a real nerve contacting me after what you pulled. Yeah, I knew you would be this way. I kinda understand how you feel, actually. I was just texting you to tell you something very important. Is this about you guys finally getting married? You already heard? You must be clairvoyant. Kinda obvious. Why else would you contact me? Just want to rub it in my face. I saw it coming a mile away. Aw, shucks. I was going to gloat all about how happy I am. Hear you squirm. This is no fun. Everything you say is no fun. I have no interest in what you have to say. I always hated your smugness. Really pisses me off to this day. No wonder George picked me over you. Like you said, he prefers older, more wise and experienced women. What's that supposed to mean? You saying I'm an old lady? All said and done, that just sounds like loser talk, just oozing with envy. Think what you like, Mary. I'm over it. Oh yeah? Well, if you hear what I have to say now, those feelings will come bubbling up again. I'm sure of it. What now? We're headed to Europe for our honeymoon. To Europe? Seriously? Yup, we're hitting the top spots. London, Paris, and Milan. I always wanted to see Italy. Can't wait. And here's the icing on the cake. We're having a little intimate wedding in Paris. Can't you believe it? George plans on spending upwards of $30,000 on the whole thing. I feel like a celeb. You're not serious. Where'd he get that kind of money? He's got money. That's another reason I married him. This is way beyond belief. I knew I would see those envy bubbles come burbling up. It's not really envy, more like astonishment. Astonished, envy, jealousy. It's all the same to you. You were always so mundane. Boring little relative-only wedding at a local church. You had like 2 of your best friends from high school attend, and that was it. What a total joke. You guys didn't even go on a honeymoon, did you? What a huge difference. Never thought such a disparity would show up now. The way he loves and cares for me. It's like night and day. Well, that was then. You can take it however you like. But I can tell you this. You shouldn't be so extravagant. It might come back and bite you in the you-know-what. Huh? Extravagant? What are you talking about? That word does not exist in George's vocabulary. I mean, think of the debt he accumulated. The compensation to me, not to mention to your ex-husband. Not really nickels and dimes. The total amounts to over $100,000, right? And George paid this himself? He paid all that and now another $30,000 for a honeymoon and wedding in Paris? It just doesn't add up. I was aware of his financial situation. He was left broke after we divorced. You can understand my alarm. There you go again. The green-eyed monster rears its ugly head. I thought you weren't jealous. I'm just warning you. Seems a little self-destructive is all. Just saying. Like I said before, George is loaded. He has no money worries. I thought you knew all about this. He was your husband after all. No, I never knew he had so much money, to be honest. What's $100,000 much less $30,000? That's just chump change to him. I wish you would just admit defeat and froth at the mouth with envy. That would make my day. Okay, I tried warning you. If you're so set on having the upper hand, have it your way. Yeah, I do have the upper hand. You giving up so easily kinda makes me feel sorry for you. Think what you like. Like I said, I warned you out of concern, not envy. Just so you're aware. I've already cut all ties with you. I don't think of you as my family after what you pulled. So I really don't care what happens to you. Don't come crying to me later. I'm fine with that. That means you will no longer have any feelings for my George. That's exactly what I wanted. Hey Lisa, you there? Guess where we are? Yup, that's right. We're in Paris. We just exchanged vows in a beautiful cathedral. It's so beautiful. Oh yeah, I didn't even know you were gone. So, what do you want? Bet you're pretty envious right about now. No, not really. Actually, I'm feeling empathy and a touch of pity towards what's coming. Are you still harping on about that? I told you George is swimming in cash. We have no worries ahead. Full steam ahead, I say. I'm even confident in saying we're set for life. I mean, how else could he plop $30,000 down just like that? You tell me. Set for life? Really? Without any income? That makes no sense. Pardon me? What do you mean, no income? You're saying he never told you? George has been unemployed for quite some time now. Wait, what? Unemployed? Yeah, that's right. Jobless, out of a job, without gainful employment. Even if he did gain unemployment after divorcing me, I'm pretty sure his bank account is at zero after all the compensation he paid. There's no way he could get his hands on $30,000 just like that. Wait, back up a bit. What's this about him being jobless? What's going on here? Are you serious? He never told you? What the hell are you talking about? Tell me for God's sakes. He got fired from his job after they found out he was having an affair with you. Pardon me? You can't be serious. You can't get fired for infidelity. That's unfair dismissal. They deserve to get sued for this. Come on, Mary. You don't seem to understand. You said it yourself. Me? What did I say? George was at home doing remote work. When you guys were making love, right? Working remote means he's on company business hours. Having an affair with a married woman on company time? Sounds like a good reason for dismissal to me. Yeah, but... The company has ways to check whether an employee is working or not. With widespread use of remote work recently, it's kind of hard to be inactive without them knowing. And it wasn't just a one-time thing either. It evidently affected his work performance. They had all the evidence, so he got fired. I warned you about this. And I don't really think he got any kind of surveillance package or meaningful retirement bonus. But I'm really curious about that $30,000 for this honeymoon you're on. How did he manage that? So does that mean he wasn't working at home, doing remote work all this time? Yeah, like I said, no gainful employment. Yeah, pretty sure. No, this is some kind of sick joke. What I can't understand is why you even thought he was rich. He's just a normal office worker, not some elite businessman. Huh? Just an office worker? Of course the company he worked for was a major corporation, and his pay was a bit more than average, but basically he was just a salaried worker. So when you said he plopped down $30,000 just like that, I was like, what? No way he could afford that. Hold on a sec. You say he's a salaried worker? I heard he was an executive, that he was making a six-figure salary. Pardon me? I saw his name on the company's homepage. Oh, that? I think you mistook him for someone else. What are you talking about mistook him for someone else? Yeah, the vice president has the same last name as George. That's probably who you saw. You're lying. I mean, come on, Mary. Think about it. George isn't even 30 yet. How could he be an executive at a major corporation? It doesn't make any sense. He wasn't even a star employee or a top salesman or anything. Just your run-of-the-mill pen pusher. Didn't you even think it was odd? This is not happening. Then why did I even steal him away from you? For what purpose? What am I going to do now? I've been totally conned. I don't want him anymore. You can have him back, Lisa. No thanks. I better get back to work. Wait a sec. You can't leave me hanging. Goodbye. Have fun in Paris. I later heard that the honeymoon ended right then and there. They cut it short and came back stateside, but they weren't able to get a refund for that extravagant trip. I was later informed that George told my sister that he had gotten fired. As you can imagine, Mary and George got into a fierce argument, her accusing him of tricking her into marrying him. They eventually ended up filing for divorce. That $30,000, you ask? George borrowed that money from his sister. He convinced her that he wanted to take his new wife on a once-in-a-lifetime trip to Europe. His sister apparently signed some loan application as the grantor for some disreputable moneylender without properly reading the agreement. Last I heard, he was saddled with 2 or 3 part-time jobs just to pay off his debts. I just can't understand people. Why can't they manage their money properly? Don't they see the consequences? Anyway, as long as they don't interfere with my life going forward, I'm fine with that.